But now that you're here, you must want to learn how to clean a bathroom in Apley. My name is Malik Barche. I'll be the captain for Yard A, and today I'm going to teach you guys about how we're going to do showers in Apley. You guys have already been trained about the stainless steel, you guys have been trained about the tile, but now we're going to talk about the special combination of tile walls and porcelain tub that are unique to Apley. Alright, you guys ready to go?
Yeah!
So am I! Alright, so first things first. You guys remember that everything that we do for the basic preliminary step uses G-force. Alright? G-force is a really basic degreaser that we talked about with stainless steel, we talked about it with tile, and today will be no exception. So the first step that we're going to take is we're going to look at the wall and we're going to spray down any given part of it with G-force. You guys don't have to really overdo it, you guys just have to get enough to generally cover the wall. Once you guys have enough on the wall, we're going to pull out our 3M scrubber, this gray scrubber, and we're going to use the abrasive pad. Now I want to pause for a second to talk about the two different kinds of pads that we're going to have. One is the bluish Batman pad, and one is the black, more abrasive black pad. Very creative. You guys will notice that one of the pads is flimsier, it's skinnier, the other is thicker and more abrasive. Just so you guys know, as a rule of thumb, if you're ever in a bathroom and you're not sure which one to use, you guys should go to the Batman pad just in case, or, and this is just something for you guys to keep in mind, I've also created a cheat sheet for you guys that tells you which pad is used for which bathroom in case you forget. Alright, you guys ready to go? So, now that we've got our pads ready, we're going to put the black abrasive pad on the 3M, like so. Just press it firmly against it, making sure that it stays on. And since this is tile, all we need to do really is just scrub the tile wall. Alright? Spend a little bit of time making sure that you're getting all the dirt that you can, hair will come off, things like that, making sure that everything comes off. And after you guys are ready, you guys can use the big gulp, visible here, to wash down the shower wall. What you guys are going to do is you guys are going to turn the setting, making sure that it's to the left. If this is to the right, you guys are going to get a face full of water. So make sure that you guys push it to the left, to the tub setting, before you start filling it up. Alright? And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take it down and fill up the double big gulp. With shower walls, the key is mostly not being too overzealous. Alright? So you guys are going to take the cup, pretty much gently put it against the wall, and let the water just slowly come down the edge of the shower. You guys see how there aren't any beads going on and it's a sheet? That means that this wall is pretty clean, and we've done a good job taking a lot of the dirt off of it. There is one quick thing that I want to note, and this isn't something that you guys should run into a lot because this is term time cleaning, but during the cleanups, for those of you who've ever done one with us, you guys will remember ID cards. If you're particularly BA, you might want to use your own. But for those of us who are a little bit more cautious like me, the dining hall will have to suffice. What you guys can use these cards for is removing an excess of soap scum off the wall. What you're going to do with the ID card is you're going to take it, making sure that you're using the long edge, not the short edge, so you can get more surface area. You take it and at an angle to the wall, using your fingers, you scrape downward. Alright? Now this wall in particular is very clean, so we're not going to worry too much about the soap scum that's going to come off. But in general, if a shower is particularly scummy, this will help, and then you guys will be able to pull off soap scum. You guys can see right now, it's really clean. That's how we deal with tile walls. And remember, this is exactly what you guys are going to be doing in Grays. It's exactly what you guys are going to be doing in Strauss. Before we move on to the tub, there's one other thing that I want to mention, and that's the shower head and then the fixtures. Alright? Now, as I trained you guys before, one of the things that you guys can do is use the blue rag that we used before for the mirrors on the shower head. So you guys can use it and sort of scrub it down until it looks really shiny and you can't see any more smudges. That works great for the actual head. There is one thing that I want to caution you guys about. When dealing with the actual inside of the shower, it gets very scummy. Alright? So you guys need to do something more than just use the rag. For that, we use the Batman pad, and we get in there with our hand and make sure that we clean it off. This is one of those instances where it's very important to remember to use the Batman pad. Otherwise, if you use the abrasive pad, you can end up scratching the stainless steel fixture that we have. For the fixtures and for the rest of the stainless steel that we have, you guys have an option. I personally prefer to use the rag, but some captains also prefer to use the Batman pad. Either will work just fine. Just make sure that whatever you're doing, you really get in there and clean it all off and make it look as shiny as you can. Alright? So now we've talked about the fixtures, we've talked about the walls. Now it's important for us to talk about the tub itself. As you guys will recall, the first step that we need to take when we reach a tub is to make sure that any personal things that are in the tub are no longer lining the outside where we need to clean. So for example, this shampoo bottle, which is fantastic, we need to go into the bottom of the tub like so. Yeah, it's drastic. But after we're done with that, we'll take our good friend G-Force and we're going to spray down the rest of the tub, alright? So starting with the edges, because we always work from the top bottom, spray all around the tub. Now that the tub is sprayed down, we can pull out the Batman pad. Remember, this is porcelain, so it's very important that you guys use the Batman pad and not the black abrasive one, alright? So, now that we have this, we're going to start out by using it with just our hand, and we're going to take the pad and rub it against the top of the tub, making sure to get into the corners as best we can. I prefer that you pick a spot and then work around it in a particular direction. With the Batman pad, I find it might be easier to start from the wall and work outwards. But whatever floats your boat is fine, as long as you guys make sure that you cover all of the edges of the tub. So we're gonna just rub this whole thing down, make sure that this is clean. And now that we've rubbed it down sufficiently for these parts, we need to go back to making sure that we wash it off. Now, as always, we're gonna utilize our good friend, the Double Big Gulp from 7-Eleven. Make sure to pick these up, kids, by the way, to wash it down. Now you guys will notice that on this half of the tub, the process of washing it down is very easy. All you really have to do is just take it the Big Gulp, fill it up, remembering to make sure that the setting is turned to the left. And then all you have to do is just pour it along the edge of the wall and let the wall be a barrier that washes the water back. Easy enough. However, when we work with this edge, you guys will notice that it's right by the floor. You guys don't really want to flood the floor of the bathroom with water, and so what we need to do is we need to be a little bit more careful and utilize our hands as we pour the water along the edge. So, for example, what you'll do is you'll pour water onto the tub and use your hand to guide it back in. Alright? Notice how no water is finding its way to the bottom, well, except those two beads. No water is finding its way to the bottom, and the shower gets cleaned off with the water that we used. This is the process that I want you guys to use around the entire edge of the tub. So now, let's think about this. We finished the wall, we finished the fixtures, we finished the edge. Only one step left and it'll be quick and easy. Make sure you guys grab the 3M pad, the Batman pad, and like yin and yang, they are ready to go. What I start with is the edge that's furthest away from the drain, and I go ahead making sure that I've sprayed down the tub with my G-Force. This is the saddest G-Force bottle ever done to man. I go ahead and get into the tub and start scrubbing. So now what we're gonna do is just scrub away at the wall, going in towards the drain, making sure that we get all the dirt that we can off the tub. A quick note, in some of the bathrooms, particularly the stainless steel ones that we find in Lionel or Mallard, you guys will remember that we use the Batman pad on the walls, but with the floors, we can sometimes use the abrasive pad. This cannot happen in Apley. Apley bathroom floors are still made out of porcelain, so if you use a black abrasive pad, you're going to scratch the bathtub and ruin it. So make sure that with these, you always use the Batman pad, even for the floor. So, now that we've done the outside edge, we can start working on the floor. Scrub it all off, and now we can grab the Big Gulp, fill her up, and then utilize the same process that we always did with making sure that the shower gets, or the tub gets washed down. Alright guys? And that covers you guys for how to clean a bathtub in Apley. Great!